Today on episode 128 of Typical Chicago Fans, we have Sinkers and Floaters, the TCF Sports Minute, another batch of Pick 3's, some TCF Trivia, our media recommendations, and a TCF Top 3 of mixed drinks. Let's roll. Hello and welcome back to episode 128 of Typical Chicago Fans, brought to you by our incredible sponsor, Connect Roasters Coffee. Make sure to follow us on Twitter at typical_Chicago. Check out our Facebook and Instagram pages as well. Head on over to YouTube, type in Typical Chicago Fans, and subscribe to our page there for all of our content in video form, which is improving drastically since we have switched over to StreamYard. Zach's been killing the graphic work there, so make sure you go check out YouTube. We're going to be doing a giveaway there at some point. Get as many people over to the YouTube page as possible. You can find us on Apple Podcasts. Make sure you subscribe, rate, and review there. On Spotify, you can check us out and also give us 5 stars. Also, don't forget about Spreaker, Google Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts, we are there. But you can also follow me on Twitter at BoomyTCF and Zach at ZLiliaTCF and Maddie at schools_01. Boys, I was all excited to come in today with a weather update that things were getting nicer. And then it snows again tonight. So here we are again. Never-ending cycle.
Yeah, it's the Illinois weather, but I don't understand it. It snows and it rains and it's flooding. I'm ready for spring, boys.
Yeah,
I don't know what the groundhogs. What did you see a shadow? I don't know what any of that means.
Yeah, if he sees his shadow, it's supposed to be 6 more weeks of winter. If he doesn't, then it's not. But
I think the groundhog is a fraud.
I think the groundhog died. I think the groundhog actually died. I think one of maybe not Punxsutawney Phil, but one of the other big ones.
Yep.
Broke right around Groundhog's Day. So
there's multiple groundhogs that just make up the weather.
Well,
yeah. Well,
have you heard what our meteorologists in this area do? It's not the same hit rate.
Very true. Very true.
Valid counterpoint. But Zach, you're right. Not wrong though, because I did see somewhere that Punxsutawney Phil shoots at about a 38% clip. So yeah, he's usually wrong. Let's hope he is, and this is the last one. But Maddie, how you holding up, man?
I feel like Belichick, dude. It's like we're on to Cincinnati. We're on to the next one.
Yeah.
Until it's done, you're just on to the next one. That's all we're in. At this point, it is what it is.
All we can really do. We got Bulls. We got Blackhawks going on. MLB, question mark. Who knows right now? I don't know about you guys. I'm filling that void with college baseball and a lot more college basketball. So it is what it is. We'll get into those here in a minute. But as always, let's start off with our sinkers and floaters. My sinker is Grambling State University football. I don't know if you guys saw today. Grambling State hired a new offensive coordinator today, and it was none other than piece of human garbage, Art Briles, who was the head coach at Baylor when
I couldn't believe that.
I think it was sexual assault.
What's the point? Why would you do that?
Yeah, why would you put yourself – I mean, I don't care.
It just looks bad. There's nothing you can do. That looks bad.
Yeah, you can't justify it. The guy, I mean, clearly what happened at Baylor, and I'm also a big believer in second chances, but I mean, come on, what are we doing here? You're telling me there's not some young coach that deserved that shot more than Art Briles did? I mean, give me a break.
Yeah, like you said, Boomy, some people deserve second chances. That guy does not. I don't
exactly.
I don't think so.
Go away. Don't ever come back.
Very true, and I just don't see why that school would want to do that.
Yeah, I haven't really read much into what they said about it, but like that's a really, really, bad spot to put, your players in and other coaches on the staff. There's no need for a guy like that. And I don't know, you guys, how you guys feel, but like I said, there's got to be some young guy who has deserved his shot at it, and it gets passed up for a guy who's a known scumbag. So screw Art Briles. I don't even care about saying that. He's, like I said, a piece of human garbage. So, Grambling State University. What are we doing here?
Yeah, that's a bad look. My sinker is the dunk contest, boys. That was the worst one I've ever seen. And nothing against any of the players, but I think it was Cole Anthony put the Timbs on and dunked or whatever. Like that. I mean, that was cool, but I don't know. There was nothing really. I've seen some dunks in games already this season that were better than those.
Zach, the dunk the night after in the AllStar game where John Morant caught the 360 alley-oop was better than anything I saw in the dunk contest. And like you said, it's not really those guys' fault, but like at the same time, I also am,
oh, sorry.
Yeah, I don't know if where you're going, but I think we might be on. But like, what more can be done in the dunking world that hasn't been done in the last?
Yeah, I think they got to get rid of it and put some other event in the place of it.
I don't know.
No, you need the stars. You don't need new dunks. You need the stars.
But that's the problem. Like, unless I don't know, you're gonna have to give away maybe like a prize or something. I don't know.
I'm just saying that's the only way anybody would watch it.
Yeah.
No, I know, but it doesn't seem like anyone's interested in that.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I think it was even they asked John Morant, and he had no desire to be in the dunk contest, and that's a guy who would make it very exciting.
Well, and you also got to incentivize it. I mean, the NBA is just a cash cow. Throw $1 million at the winner.
I'm sorry,
sorry,
Boomy. You may have to throw more than that.
And I'm not disagreeing, but still,
no, you know what I mean.
For
though?
a guy on like a rookie contract like John Morant, $1 million might mean something. You know, not that at the end of the day, at the end of his career, it's not going to make much of a difference. But at least I think you got to incentivize it somewhere. You know, and the NBA has enough sponsors. Give away a car. I don't know what the answer is, but it's got to be something better. They got to do something with it because that stunk.
Maybe have Michael Jordan go back out there and try it. That'd probably be pretty awesome still.
Matt, do you remember this? I believe it was 1993. They had a dunk contest that was non-NBA athletes, and it was like Deion Sanders and Barry Bonds and Ken Griffey. Do you remember that at all?
No, I don't.
And I feel like, I don't know, maybe pivot to throw something like that at for a year and let guys.
Have Miles Garrett try it out.
MTV in the early mid '90s had the Rock and Jock stuff, like the Rock and Jock softball, Rock and Jock basketball. They had the 40-point basket, like the 10-run homer kind of thing. Hit it to this area and it's like a grand slam or whatever. Those kind of things. Those were fun with all the celebs and stuff playing out of sport, but I don't remember a dunk contest like that. I'm not saying it didn't happen. I do remember some of the good ones, though. I was a kid when those things were popping. It was incredible. But
my first true memory was Vince Carter with the elbow in the basket and then telling everybody it was over. That was the first one I truly remember getting into.
Yeah, I think I was probably in high school at that. Oh, you had to be in high school at that point. That was what, 99?
Yeah, 99, 2000-ish.
Yeah, that one I definitely remember. That was the last, probably, I'd say the last legendary performance. Maybe Blake Griffin jumping over the car was pretty sick.
Yeah, that was good.
That was cool. What was the Dwight Howard one where he blew the candle out?
Oh, that was Gerald Green, wasn't it? Or Jeff Green, one of the two. But it was in that same dunk contest you're thinking.
I think he put a sticker on the
like the top of it.
Yeah.
I'll even be generous enough to say the one with Aaron Gordon and Zach LaVine. That one was good. Truly, that was 2016, 2017.
Well, I mean, this one stood out as being bad, but it's not like there hasn't been like some entertaining pieces to it.
Sure.
This one was just extra bad, and it made them all look really bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree there. They
definitely a good sinker in my opinion, because it's if there's anything sinking in value, it's the NBA dunk contest.
Well, wouldn't you want to be the guy who saves the slam dunk contest?
Or the two guys and be known for, have that going for
you. Well, yeah, you know what I mean? Just be the guys who went out there and like, I don't know, LeBron's never going to do it, but that'd be cool. I mean, that would bring it back.
Absolutely. Big names or incentives or something. Bring it back, man. Maddie, what do you got for us?
Mine is the Read the Room Twitter people, especially regarding Ukraine in the last day and a half. It's like at some point you've got to know what you're viewing. And if you don't flip on ESPN thinking you're going to get political analysis. You don't go to Big Cat on Twitter, John Rothstein, for what they do. You go for them for what they do, not their, what they don't do, which is political takes. And so when they tweet and people are responding, like, don't you know there's a war going on? It's like,
right.
Yeah, they're providing an outlet for people that don't want to get sucked into that. And it's not that you should or shouldn't get sucked into it. That's up to each individual person. But don't trash people for not wanting to give out takes on politics or on, world events and things like that, because that's not what everybody does. And to force that on people and say you should provide your opinion, well, I don't think I need to. I just
Exactly.
want to talk about basketball just to give people a diversion and use my platform for that, as opposed to giving something that doesn't matter.
Absolutely. That's a great point, man. Me and you were talking about it last night, and I don't know about you. I sat up and watched,
I watched way too much live YouTube, a lot of feeds that, trying to find some of the people streaming their own stuff. And
I
it
have
was just
never
like,
translated more tweets from a foreign language than I
yeah,
did last night.
I wish there was a little bit quicker process like it used to be.
Yeah. It is what it is. But like you said, it's disingenuous to me to ask, someone who, like you said, is, serving their purpose to, interject on something that, maybe they don't want to talk about. And like you said, there's people,
Right.
that don't want to, be sucked in and watching,
Let's
CNN.
not kid ourselves. It's not Big Cat and John Rossi, and it's their job to tweet about sports or tweet about
Yeah.
whatever they're watching, tweet their commentary on for Big Cat gambling, for John Rossi giving his, cheesy over the top takes on college buckets and his one-liners. But that's what people go to them for. They don't go to them for, that's their job. That's what they're paid to do. So I'm not paying I'm not like asking a plumber to give his opinion on stuff. So why am I asking a blogger to give his opinion that doesn't blog about this stuff? It just drives me nuts.
There's plenty of people out there that do blog about that stuff, and if you want their opinions, then I'm sure they'll be willing to.
Well, and it's like, I want to bring you. You should use your platform to bring awareness. People are pretty fucking aware at this point.
Yeah,
right?
If you're not aware,
everybody knows what's going
under
on.
a rock.
Right. So it's just crazy.
It is, man. I absolutely agree. On a lighter side, my floater is badass grandmas, and that is because woman in Michigan. Shout out. Hang on, I accidentally lost my spot here. Gloria Weberg. Shout out. She was born in 1922. Just turned 100, or will be turning 100 on March 2nd. But she took a trip to the tattoo shop, as you can see, and got NY 1922 tattooed on her left arm with the year she was born and the birthplace where she was born in New York. So shout out her. I don't ever think I'm going to make it to 100, and I don't really plan on it. But if I do, this is now on my 100th birthday bucket list. So shout out to Gloria Weberg of St. Joseph, Michigan. Man, that's just cool. Badass grandma right there. Hopefully that thing heals up by the time for her birthday party.
That has to hurt, though, you would think.
Maybe there's just I don't know. I haven't had a 100-year-old skin tattooed. I can't say for sure. That's a good spot though too. It's right there on the triceps. So shout out Gloria.
I can tell you, looking at her, she's not gonna give a fuck about a needle. So
oh yeah.
You can just tell she's kind of a badass woman right there. So
she does not care. She probably went in and wanted to do the old school, like where they tap the top of the needle, like the I believe it's Southeast Asian method, and they like tap the needle with the ink into it. She probably asked for that. She just looks like she's like, you know what, just get it done. I want it done as cool as possible because I'm going to be 100 and I don't care anymore. So
yeah,
do what you got to do. Yeah,
shout out Gloria. That's sick.
Do you know what the tattoo is, Boomy?
So if you see on the left, the blue stars and the ghost or whatever figure she has on her arm. Sorry, I don't mean to offend Gloria here. That's not my intention. But the figure that she has on her arm, I believe that was already there. And then right underneath it says established or EST New York, 1922. And that the New York, 1922 was what she got added for her birthday.
I love it. I love it.
I will never be that cool. We
know that.
Well,
yeah, we know that, Boomy.
Figured that went without saying, but I figured, help the people out.
All right, fellas, my floater, mini hoops. I got one the other day. These things are the best. I have it in my living room, like on a door, and I just sit there and just mess around, shooting free throws, shooting 3-pointers, dunking the ball. Mini hoops. I think everyone should have one in their house.
Absolutely. Or office-ish. If you have an office and you work in an office building, they should give those out to new hires to put on the back of their doors, or over top of their cubicles or whatever it is. That should be the standard. Like,
Yeah, like you get every 3 or 4 hours, you get a 10-minute break to shoot some hoops.
Yeah, exactly. Or just, you're pacing around or you're doing something, get a couple shots up, clear the mind, move on. I love it, Zach. I'm coming over this weekend to play some hoops, man.
Yeah, it's fun. I was just, and then I feel like it's my house, but I'm breaking things.
Oh yeah,
It's
you want to yell at yourself almost.
Yeah, it's like I just did that, and then
or you're waiting for Susie to yell down the hallway to stop breaking stuff, and you're like, wait, she's not here. This is I pay the bills here.
And then I'm like, yeah, I have to fix this.
Yeah, that's fair point.
My floater boys, I'm actually going to give you two of them today. One's a brief one. I've got a Wordle problem. Like I can't get out of bed and not do it. I don't share it. I think that's ridiculous. Nobody cares about that. Like I've got one buddy who also is like kind of like me, so him and I like talk about it. But outside of that, it's like I keep it to myself. Like I'm like. But I needed to let this out of me because I've been keeping it to myself. Like I can't not play that stupid game every day.
Matt, explain. Zach, do you play Wordle?
No, sir.
Okay, Matt, briefly explain it to two idiots okay, I will tell you this. I play Wordle, and that's because I'm a geography dork, and it gives you a layout of a country, and you have to guess the name of the country. So I do that every day.
There's another one similar to that called Global with Globle. And it's like you just guess a country, and it shows that country on the globe, and it gives you a color code of how close you are to the actual like mystery country. So you've got to start guessing based on how close you are to that first guess.
Okay,
that
so what
one's
do the
really
colors
fun.
mean when people post it on Twitter?
For Wordle?
Yeah.
All right, so if you get Wordle, it's like two, like it's a 5-letter word. And you get 6 chances to guess it. And it's like you guess just any 5-letter word to start. And it gives you either like a black tile, a yellow tile, or a green tile once you enter the word. If it's a green tile, it's the right letter in the right spot. If it's a yellow tile, it's a letter that's in the word, but you don't have it in the correct spot. And if it's black, it's not a part of the word. So you get 6 chances, and the keyboard eliminates the letters.
Manny, is this how it starts out?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, this is how it starts out. Okay.
Yeah,
I've never actually played the game. I've only seen like people's scores and stuff on.
Yeah, you get
one
word per day, and it's the same word. It's just after you go to their website and play from there. But it saves all your data, and I've played. It's like you keep track of your streaks and stuff, and I've played 26 straight days, and I've won 100% of the time. So I'm on a 26 game winning streak. So that's part of the problem. So once I lose that, I think it'll go away. But until I lose it, but if you don't play, you also lose your streak too. So like
are they going to run out of 5-letter words? That's my concern.
I doubt it. I mean,
something to think about, Wordle. Maybe expand to 6 letters.
I don't think so. I don't think.
Now, is there maybe a version for dumber guys like myself that it maybe is like 3-letter words? Or
Loodle. Loodle is a 5-letter. Loodle's all dirty words.
Well, now you've piqued my interest.
Yeah. I might start playing that game.
Yeah. I'm going to stick
to. Think of the 5-letter words you can come up with there.
You're much better than me. I'm 0 for 3 on Wordles. But those are like today. My country was Singapore. Because it doesn't really go by the letters, obviously, because not every country has 5 letters. But it does give you like a geographical thing. Yeah, in case you didn't know, Matt, not all countries have 5 or have just 5 letters. So it's a little hard. I had Suriname the other day, and that was tougher than I expected. So I'm 0 for 3. I'm glad you're doing well, though. Maybe I'll start dabbling in Wordle now. I got a little extra free time. So that was Sinkers and Floaters. Let's jump in to the TCF Sports Minute. We've got the Bulls back off of the All-Star break. We had DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine in the All-Star game, and they are back. Zach LaVine's back healthy. They beat the Atlanta Hawks on Thursday night, I believe, 122-108, or was it?
Signed Tristan Thompson.
Yes, and that's, I mean, for what he did, I didn't see the final stat line. I'm pulling it up here. But, for what they paid for him, and if he can just continue, I'm sorry, it was 112-108. I actually said 122. But for what they paid for him and the job that they need him to do, if he can go out there and give you a couple minutes. Now, granted, he only played 13 minutes tonight, but Christ, he had 11 points and 6 boards. If you can get a guy out there to give, like we've talked about, give Vooch a break, maybe take some of those minutes away from guys that, I don't want to make it sound like you don't need them, because clearly you do. But like, if Tony Bradley doesn't have to see the floor the rest of the year, I'm okay with that. I'm perfectly content with that. I think it's a low risk, high reward situation. And obviously it's only game one, but we'll take, 11 points in 13 minutes all day.
His first interview, he said, I'll do whatever it takes to win the game. I'll dive on the ground for the ball. Yep. I'll go get the rebounds. Like, that's what the Bulls need.
Yeah.
And just the energy he brought tonight, he had a few dunks. It was awesome.
Yeah, just be there, clean up some minutes, be a big body in there, help, maybe take a little bit of pressure off of DeRozan or LaVine in the second and third quarters, and then let DeMar go off. I mean, speaking of that, DeMar is an absolute freak. Another 35-plus point night, 37 points in 37 minutes.
I don't know how he's doing it. He's unbelievable right now.
And people are,
I think it's too shy away from Michael Jordan's record of 35-plus points straight.
It makes no sense.
It makes zero sense. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy what he's doing right now. It's fun to watch. I mean, it's just so fun to watch.
It is fun to watch, and it's also fun that he's on our team.
Right. He's a killer too. He's an absolute killer.
Yeah. Well, did you guys see the clip where Luka was asking him? He's like, "Have you ever missed a jump shot?"
I mean, mid-range. He kept saying mid-range.
Mid-range. Yeah, have you ever missed mid-range?
You ever missed mid-range?
I mean,
I don't think he does.
No, he got double teamed on that winner tonight too.
It's awesome to see, and Zach being back.
Smooth. He's so good. He's just a killer. I love it.
Yeah, for sure. And Maddie, your boy Colby White's had some really nice games. Coming back off the bench now, 19 minutes, 9 points tonight. I mean, they still
a really aggressive D with 5 fouls in like 10 minutes of play too.
It's my kind of stat line. That's my kind of guy. I like it.
I like it. I don't hate it.
You're still waiting on Patrick Williams and Ball and Caruso. I mean, I think obviously Chicago's a big market, but like
that's a lot of firepower coming back too when you think about it.
Who's that?
Just all that you listed: Ball, Patrick Williams, and Caruso. I mean, that's a lot of firepower to bring back to your lineup.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's crazy. It's insane right now.
And the schedule is not going to get any easier. So wins like tonight are awesome. It's what you.
They got one of the toughest schedules in the league remaining. Like I think it's fourth or fifth in terms of strength of schedule remaining.
And you win games like tonight, and it just helps make the some of the tougher losses easier.
Absolutely.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it. And I believe they're back Saturday. They host the Grizzlies at 7. And I don't know about you guys. John Morant might be my favorite non-Bull right now. The guy is so fun to watch. So
I think they play the Hawks. They play the Hawks again in like 3 games, I think. But they play 2 games and then they play in Atlanta.
Yeah, they play their next Thursday, March 3rd. So lots to look forward to. Gotta love it. Maddie, you got an update for us on the Blackhawks. They are sitting currently at 18, 26, and 8. They actually have not – I don't believe they've played since the last time we recorded. What do you got on the Hawks for us?
Nothing. Status quo, not good, not going to be good. Yeah, I mean, they're 18.
Hey, they had an update that they have interviewed all general managers, and they're on to the next process. Whatever.
So he had at some point just like feel bad for Patrick Kane. Like his early 30s have just been pissed away and just NHL purgatory with this lineup and this team. I mean, it's just I don't know. I guess when you're making $10 million, you just kind of deal with it. But
He's got
And,
three
three
Stanley
Stanley
Cups.
Cups.
it just sucks that I know, but it's just like when you pissed away like what really should be. Like he's been outstanding individually the last few years. He's been like more productive offensively, in his late 30s than he was like in his mid 20s. Like the guy's just outstanding now. And if he was playing with, just some elite teams that he was playing with when he was coming up, I think we'd be talking like, big things about that guy.
Absolutely. They're currently 14th in the West. Matt, what playoff format is the NHL going with this year?
I think they're still back. I think they went back to the division with the 3 in each division, the top 3 in each division, and the 2 wild card spots remaining from the West and the East. So,
good deal. Is there any remote chance that the Blackhawks sneak in? Okay.
Nope. But the thing is, I don't think they're actually, depending on what they do at the deadline, I don't think they're all that far away from being a contender, at least for a playoff spot, like one of the wild card spots, because since King came in and they got rid of Colleton, they've been a team they've been much scrapped. They've been a lot scrappier. They've been, the record-wise have been way better. And what they start off with like 10 straight losses, and they're, now they're 8 games under 500. So they're playing above board. What they're giving you a 500 record. So at that point, you're at least, extrapolate that out over the season. You're in the hunt for your playoff.
Yeah, you're at the bottom of the in the hunt graphic.
Yeah, but still, you're at least there. And I don't think you're that far away ultimately from being a little bit better than that. Seth Jones is a stud. You got Kane for another year. Whatever you get from Taves next year is going to be a bonus, in my opinion. If he comes, I think Taves might retire after this year. I really do, but it wouldn't surprise me. His body's taking a beating, and I think that guy's poised to be either coach or front office guy long term. So I think he's got a long career in the sport. So I wouldn't be shocked if he's, like you guys said, they got 3 cups out of it. He's been a captain for the whole run, and he's going to be a Hall of Famer probably, and he's definitely going to be a Blackhawks Hall of Famer. So his body's taking a toll. He had concussion issues. He had, the long COVID thing last year, it sounds like. At some point, the body's just not going to hold up. And I don't think he's the type of player that's just going to play a shell of himself. So that's saying, I'm just saying it wouldn't shock me. So.
Yeah, and I wouldn't fault the guy for doing it either.
Not at all.
Moving on, outside of Chicago, the NBA All-Star Game was last weekend. What were your thoughts, Guy? I don't know about you guys. I think the NBA has the best All-Star Game, and I don't care that the first.
Give me real scoring. That's all I want, and it would have been perfect. The scoring. I'm out on that. Doesn't make any sense.
Well, I don't get the scoring. It's like you
just play basketball.
Well,
just play basketball.
They change the score every quarter, but then they keep the total right above it. Like, why don't we just keep the same?
I think they need to just flip that. Put the running score at the bottom and the quarter score at the top.
Or just make it one game. Like,
just
see, I don't know about you guys. I love the Elam ending at the end.
I don't. It's so lame. Just play.
It's not basketball.
Play the sport. Then play 2-on-2. If you want to play to a number, play 2-on-2 or 3-on-3. Then
I couldn't disagree more. The game has to end on a bucket.
I'm not a fan of the All-Star Game, honestly.
No,
I barely watched.
I watched it. It's ridiculous what Steph Curry was doing, but
yeah, that's cool to see. But
I just don't. The scoring makes my head hurt.
There was also nobody guarding him when he shot most of those shots.
Right.
I mean, the LeBron James, the last shot was guarded or whatever by Zach LaVine. Great defense. He tried his best. But, like, I don't know. I'm just not a fan of it.
I agree.
The
game was entertaining. The scoring sucks. It makes it unwatchable, in my opinion.
Like I said, we'll have to agree to disagree. So we'll see what they do going forward. I'm assuming they're going to keep that, but who knows? Who knows? Like we said, there's other.
How did I know you would be a fan of that Elam ending or whatever the hell it's called?
It has to end on a bucket. That's great. I love that.
You know what's even better?
Make every game like that.
Is when it ends on a
no, you don't. If you do it every game, then it takes away the funness of the actual. Like it's an.
That's not a word.
What's the point of the clock? What's the point of the clock for the first 3 quarters then?
Because you're giving money to charity. That's why.
I mean, you could figure out a different way to do it then. Why play basketball for 3 quarters and then play on the playground for the 4th? I don't get it.
And last but not least, in the TCF Sports Minute, we got some college hoops. The top 5 in the country are as follows. We got Gonzaga at 1, Arizona at 2, Auburn at 3 after a loss last weekend, Purdue at 4, and Kansas at 5. Boys, I think we're still to the point where I think Gonzaga is the best team in the country, but at the end of the day, I mean, I don't know. I couldn't tell you 100%.
Yeah, I think this year is the most unpredictable I've seen college basketball in a long time.
Seriously. I mean,
Gonzaga is probably easily the best, but like, I don't know. I still think that they could get knocked out at some point too.
Exactly. And Auburn was number 1 last week. They lose to Florida on the road. I mean, it's so hard to tell right now. It's a good thing, though. I love the parity. Maddie, what are you thinking on college hoops lately?
Gonzaga might be the best team from a talent perspective. I'd probably agree with that. Just, Texas Tech's interesting. They just do everything well. They score. They play good defense. They're deep as hell. Auburn's obviously been really impressive. Jabari Smith's ridiculous. Walker Kessler, fuck that guy, but he's really good too.
As I say, that took a lot of you to say that, Matt. I know how much you hate Bruce Pearl.
Well, it's very frustrating that's like you put him, Manic, in Baycott in the front court with RJ Davis and the most erratic player in the country, Caleb Love, and I think that Carolina team is just a different world better. But so that's what's frustrating about it. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Is Purdue a contender? That's a team that's a team that really, I got some questions about. Kentucky looks like they could be a contender. They play good, really good defense. They rebound the hell out of the ball. Like you said, it's wide open. It really is. Arizona, they're really good.
For sure. And with that being said, Maddie, your Tar Heels on Joe Lenardi's bracketology, they are in the group of 4 for the last 4 buys.
No, it's bullshit, though, because Michigan's ahead of them, and Carolina beat Michigan by 20. So
no, he's got right now, he's got Miami, North Carolina, Creighton, and San Fran as the last 4 buys. And then the last 4 in, he has Michigan, Indiana, Memphis, and San Diego State.
He had Michigan ahead of him, so he must have updated it then.
Yeah, I think he just updated it yesterday or today. First 4 out, he's got SMU, BYU, Oklahoma, and Dayton. And then the next 4 out, he's got Florida, Kansas State, Oregon, and St. Bonaventure. Oregon, if I'm not mistaken.
Florida State?
No, just Oregon.
I thought you said Florida State for some reason. No, okay, I'm like, Florida State's terrible.
No, the next 4 out, he's got Florida, Kansas State, Oregon, and St. Bonaventure. And St. Bonaventure
Oregon's closing in on a big win as we speak right now. They're up 4 on UCLA at home.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, wasn't Oregon a top 10 team at the beginning of the year?
Or I believe so.
Maybe even top 5. And
I don't know about top 5, but I think I'm pretty sure they were in the top 10, top 15 range.
Yeah, and I mean, St. Bonaventure was kind of that sexy mid-major team that was supposed to blow through their.
UCLA was a top 5 team to start the season.
Yeah, that's true. That's true too. But I don't know. That's kind of the beautiful thing about where we're sitting at right now. Memphis. I mean, Memphis has had some of the best recruiting classes, and Imani Bates isn't even playing there. I mean, it's Penny Hardaway's kind of got a tough gig going on right now, but I think this is the fun time. I think that Michigan, to me right now, looking at that one is, the last 4 in is also a lot. Because if I'm not mistaken, I believe Michigan was 1 or 2 in the preseason polls. I know they were one of the heavy favorites in Vegas to win the national title, and now they're, trying to nip at the heels of being the last 4 in.
Nip at the heels. I see what you did there.
Yeah, speaking of that, what did you guys think on that Michigan-Wisconsin little brouhaha that they had and Juwan Howard being suspended the rest of the year? Where do you guys side on that?
I liked it. I mean, you can't do it, but I liked it.
I wasn't offended. Let's put it that
No.
way. I mean, whatever. I think it was weak to hit the guy in the face or whatever. But
Yeah, you don't slap
that's
another man. Eddie Murphy taught us that.
that
on
was a little
Chappelle's
bit of a bit. That was a little bit of a bitch move. You wonder what was actually said, but I don't know. The DX crotch chop was outstanding.
That was the
from
best
other-
part of the whole thing.
A good suck
That
it
guy
is
saying "suck
Yeah,
it."
that's
That
awesome.
was outstanding. Absolutely
You
outstanding.
can't go wrong with that.
No, that hits every time.
And I think Reeves might have said it best. He said that everyone in the whole situation is at fault. I do think Juwan Howard is the most at fault, for, like you said, laying a hand on another man. But, like, Greg Gard is not perfectly innocent in all this either.
No,
like,
he kind of made the first move.
Yeah, everyone's at fault. It wasn't a good look, but at the same time, it's high level. Michigan's, like we said, fighting for, a Final Four or a last four team in. They clearly need as many wins as they can rack up, and you have a tough loss. And at the same time, like, Juwan Howard's got his press on against the backups, and Greg Gard calls timeout. Like, they just kept matching one wrong with another.
Well,
Yeah,
Juwan
you can't
Howard's
get mad
gotten
if
into
you're
with
going
a
to do
bunch of
that.
other coaches too.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
he's lost his cool before.
Yeah, he's shown he's a bit of a hothead, obviously.
Yeah,
Big
and when he
free-thrower,
told
yeah.
absolutely terrifying Mark Turgeon that he was going to kill him,
Yeah.
that doesn't help his case. But
No, and you cannot steal John Chaney's line against Calipari. That was still the best.
That's true.
Coaching. I'll kill you. I'll kill you.
If people haven't seen that video, you need to go to YouTube right now and watch
John
it.
Chaney, John Calipari. Maybe if we could drop that in here, Zach, that'd be sweet.
That is an all-time video. I'll find that and send it to you, Zach.
I'll kill you.
That was way back. That was mid-90s, wasn't it?
Early 90s, like 93, 92, 93.
The old UMass Temple battles that they had. Top four seeds that Lenardi has is, let's see, he's got Gonzaga, Arizona, Kansas, and Auburn. And I want to make a case, and I've long time, not had the best things to say about Illinois basketball. I think Illinois basketball team is better this year than they were last year. And right now, Joe Lenardi has them. I wanted to say the last I saw, they were a 3 seed. I'll find it for sure. But what do you guys think is the deal? Like, I think Illinois is. I know they play in the Big Ten and they've had, a couple bad losses, or not bad losses. They've had some tough losses, but right now he has them as the 3 seed playing Texas State in the South region with Arizona as the 1 seed.
I don't think you could say they're better than they were last year. They're considering they're like basically the number 1 overall seed, but I think you could say they have just as good of a chance to win it this year as they did last year. I think that's a fair statement. They're a team they're right in that mix. They play, they play a style that's going to be tough to play in March. You don't want to play against Kofi. You don't want to play against Curbelo if he's going to be healthy. Like, Brad Underwood is a really, really, really good coach, man. He's getting the most out of that team, and they're playing, their best ball right now. This, for the most part, is towards the end of the season. They're way better now than they were in December, and if that trajectory keeps up, there's no reason they can't make a run of the Final Four.
And I should say this. I mean, I wrote down this take before they lost to Ohio State today at home. That's a tough. I mean, that's not even a bad loss. Ohio State's a tournament team. I don't know. I think that a 3 seed. I get it because of where they're ranked at, but like you said, Matt, I think they got just as much of a chance this year as they did last year, and it's just kind of confusing right now. Zach, what do you got on the Illini? Are you watching a lot of Illini hoops lately?
Yeah, I think they're a very good team, but like you said, you put them at the 1, 2, or 3. I don't think it's that big of a deal, honestly, because like I said, they were at the 1 last year, lost. So you play who you got to play, and I think they're going to be able to beat anybody.
Yeah, and Zach, if things work out the way they are now, they win that first game as a 3 seed. Right now, Lenardi has right above them in the same. It would be the second round matchup. Would be the winner of LSU and Loyola Chicago. So maybe a little matchup. I know we're still a long way out, but
That didn't go well last year.
No, I'm saying that's what I'm saying. A little bit of revenge there, possibly, but I think Gonzaga's a lock for a 1 seed unless the wheels completely fall off. Here's my only concern. Arizona, I mean, the Pac-12 is obviously not what it used to be, but there's still a chance, a couple late season losses. And you could say the same about Auburn in the SEC, which is a dogfight, and then Kansas in the Big 12. I mean, a couple losses. You could see right now at the 2 seeds, he's got Baylor, Texas Tech, Kentucky, and Purdue. I could see any 4 of those 2 seeds sliding into that into a 1 seed right now, depending on how the conference tournaments shake down.
Very true.
Anything else on college hoops before we move on, fellas?
No,
I got
sir.
Nothing. I got nothing.
All right. Well, before we move on to this week's Pick 3, we got to give a huge shout out to our sponsor, Connect Roasters Coffee. They have the best coffee on the internet. You can find their products at connectroasters.com. Follow them on Twitter at Connect Roasters. They work with our guy, Dom Frederick, Ian Happ. Zach loves it. Zach's mom loves it. I mean, they're not going to sell bad coffee. And if people didn't like their delicious coffee, they wouldn't work with such a great company. But like I said, connectroasters.com and check out some of their products. Get your morning started off right with Connect Roasters Coffee. Boys, it is time for some Pick 3s. I like the way this went last week. We're going to get it started with a little gas station favorite. We got what are you picking? Which 3 are you picking here? I'll run these down. We got Twinkies, Swiss rolls, cosmic brownies, oatmeal cream pies, zebra cakes, cosmic crunches, I believe
Star
those are called.
Crunch. Star Crunch.
Star Crunch. Thank you, Maddie. Cupcakes,
The honey bun.
honey bun. Thank you. I was drawing a blank there. And nutty buddies or nutter bars, whatever one you want to call them. Does anybody want to go first on this?
I'll go first, I guess.
All right, Zach, let's hear which 3 you're picking.
I'll go with I don't know what you call it. It's number 7.
You're going cupcakes.
Cupcakes, the one with the little
All right,
swirls
fair.
on the top.
Yeah, the hostess cupcake, the old school original.
I'm going cosmic brownie, love it, and a good old honey bun.
Oof.
I love honey buns.
2 of those I wouldn't touch with a 10-foot pole.
You don't like honey buns?
No, I think they're very. I shouldn't even say this. I do like all 9 on here, but that would be a honey bun would be in the 8 or 9 seat for me. I'll go ahead and give mine. My first one's easy. I'm going number 4. Give me the oatmeal cream pie. That one's not even a tough one. My second pick, I'm going to go with number 9. I'm going with the Nutty Buddy. Got to have the peanut butter. I'm a big peanut butter guy. My third one is tough. I am probably going to go. Oh, this is like telling me to choose my favorite family member here. I'm stuck between a couple. I'm going to go zebra cake. I love a good zebra cake.
I literally have the exact same 3 as you, Boomy.
Really?
Literally, my 3 is the exact same.
Now, I got to ask, because the Star Crunch was close.
Zebra cake is numero uno for me, though. It goes zebra cake, nutty bar, and then oatmeal cream pie. 4th would be the Star Crunch.
Very similar taste. I'm not in my number 4 my number 5. I'm sorry, for what it's worth. I'm with Zach on the cosmic brownie. I do enjoy
Swiss
it.
cake roll would be next for me.
I love the
like
cosmic
Swiss
brownie.
Cake roll.
And I think we can all agree that we're going to take the Twinkies and the Swiss rolls and just fire them into the sun.
No, I like the Swiss cake rolls. That was my number 5.
What did you just say to me? What did you just say to me?
I'm not throwing any
Twinkies?
of those out.
No, I know.
Any of those 9 out of bed. I can tell you that.
Shut up, Boomy. Swiss cakes are awesome.
They're awesome. You know what other ones are good? Are the strawberry ones too, where they're like
that's a completely different. Yes, that would have been a top 3 for sure for me. The strawberry shortcake rolls.
Yeah,
100% in all. Do we find any redeeming qualities in a Twinkie?
Yes.
I'll eat one. I like them.
Yes. I'm not going to kick it out of bed. Like, you know what other ones should be on here, though, is those Hostess pies. Those things were
Oh, that's very true.
I'll have to find one or make a graphic here, because they also do all of the flavors. We're going to have to do a top 3 flavors of those. Nice. I don't know. The only time I ever even eat Twinkies is when they do like the weird flavored ones. The original, if I never eat another one until the day they lay me in the ground, I won't bat an eyelash.
That's sad. That's really sad.
It couldn't be more overrated. Let's move to our second one. We talked about this last week. We are going to, in honor of the All-Star Game, going to build our all-time NBA All-Star roster. Now, we only have $15 to do so. We're going to have to take one player from the rows, no matter whatever order we want, but we can only spend $15, and we cannot have a repeat here. So, Zach, would you like to get us started since you were so gracious and started us with the hostess?
So I have $15, right?
Correct.
I'm going Michael Jordan for 5. I gotta have 5 players. I gotta make sure I do this right. You know what? I'll take Larry Bird for 3, so that's 8. Shaquille O'Neal for 4, so that's 12. Then I'm going Durant. And
all right, you got $2.
You need
Dirk.
a point guard too.
Oh yeah,
no.
lacking a point
Carmelo.
guard.
Carmelo can bring the ball up.
I like that. Maddie, you want to go second?
No, you can go.
All right. I'll go Allen Iverson at 4. He gets to bring the ball up for me. So let's see. I got 4. I will also take go ahead and give me Russell Westbrook at the 2. So I'm only at 5 right now. Give me LeBron at the 3. I'm at 10 now, right?
Yes.
No, you're at 11.
No, 4, 1, and 5.
Oh wait, I thought you said Westbrook was $2. All right, that's fine. My
Well,
bad.
Westbrook was only 1. So then I need to fill in my posts. Give me Shaq at the 5. So I need someone from the
Zach
1
already
category.
took Shaq.
Oh, Zach took Shaq. Okay, no
Yep.
problem. I will go with give me Wilt at 3. So I got $2 to spend. I need a power forward. Oh, I hate Kevin Garnett. Give me Bill Russell. Bill Russell. I love this lineup. I got 1 through 5 filled. I got studs everywhere. We're beating everybody.
All right, at the 5, I'm taking Kareem. There's no doubt. Kareem was ridiculous. Can you pop the graphic back up for me, Zach? Though.
Yes, sir. Sorry.
5 Kareem. No, you're good. Let's see. I'm gonna take Dirk for $2.
Good pick. Good,
I think,
great value pick.
Yeah, I think people forget how good he was, man. He was ridiculous. Let's see. So that's at 7. I need you guys cleaned this out. This is crazy.
There's a lot of good picks left, though, still.
Yeah, I guess. I'm going to take Jerry West for $1.
See, I would have went Stockton.
Yeah, fuck that guy. So that's I need 8 more points. I need a guard and a forward.
Got $7 left, Maddie.
I'll take Kobe.
Good pick.
And I'll take I'm gonna take Barkley, dude.
Fair. I wish we might have to get the 2K simulator out and play some games this weekend because I like everybody. I mean, let us know what you guys would have picked. Remember, you only
I'm
got
heavy
50.
Lakers. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Jerry West, Kobe, and Kareem.
Yeah. Hey, that's not the worst thing in the world. Some notables we left off. Is that George Gervin on the bottom in the 1 row?
Yeah.
I can't tell.
The Iceman.
Yep, the Iceman. Kevin.
Tim
Zach,
Duncan was definitely in the running for mine.
Yeah, see, I would have D Wade is another solid pick there at the 3. I think nobody in this draft would have taken Isaiah Thomas. I think Akeem we definitely missed out on. Dr. J, maybe. Magic, I don't think I would have touched. I don't know about you guys.
No.
Especially not Magic at 5. I feel like this needs to be updated and maybe move Kevin Durant up to the 5 and bump some people around. I do kick myself after you took Dirk. I did kick myself for taking Bill Russell, but I needed.
I mean, the fact that I got 2 guys for 5 and still ended up with Dirk, Charles Barkley, and Jerry West, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I went with winning experience with Bill Russell there. I kind of kicked myself for not taking Dirk, but what can you do? Send us, if you guys find any of those good ones, send them our way for next week's pick 3. All right, let's move into some TCF trivia in honor of the All-Star game that was last weekend. And apparently I was the only one that enjoyed, but we got some trivia for you anyway. Let's start off. Can either of you name the first winner of the NBA Slam Dunk Contest in 1984?
David Thompson.
Good guess. Zach, you got a guess?
Michael Jordan wasn't in the league yet, was he?
He was in the league. He was not in the dunk contest.
I think I know it.
His
I have
son
no idea.
has won dunk contest.
It's fucking Larry Nance.
Yeah, it's Larry Nance, the original Larry Nance.
I knew it. I knew it. Damn it.
Closest guess. What is the most amount of rebounds recorded in an NBA All-Star game? And it was Bob Pettit who did it in the 1962 All-Star game.
22.
Matt?
I'll say. I was going to say 24.
Well, Matt was closer. It's 27.
My goodness.
That's impressive.
It's a good run.
Yeah. Yep. That is awfully impressive. Let's see. How many times did Steve Nash win the NBA All-Star MVP award?
3 times.
Yeah,
Matt?
I'll say 2. Sure.
It was 0. Trick question.
Good one.
Speaking of
hilarious.
Well, I didn't know if we'd be a little bit closer on that. So who holds?
Only off by 2.
That's the fair point. Magic Johnson holds the all-time assist record in the NBA All-Star game. Closest guess, how many did he have in 1984?
I'm going to say 19.
17.
22.
Goodness
22.
gracious.
You guys are right. You were pretty close to the number. Let's see. Nate Robinson holds the record for the most NBA slam dunk contests won. How many does he have?
2?
3?
It is 3. Zach, you nailed it.
There we go.
And last one, I had it up here. Nope, I'm going to have to pull this back up. You might have to clip this, Zach. Let's see. What year was the first year of the NBA three-point contest? Closest guess.
87.
Zach?
89.
86.
Oh, I was going to say that.
You should have. You didn't want to snipe Matt's number there. I think you should have. We were close. We'll have to bring back some trivia as we get closer to the March Madness tournament coming.
Man,
3. We've got some media recommendations this week. Has anybody got something they've been watching on, something they want to recommend?
So I don't know if you guys have heard of this. They're called Bob Does Sports. Bob Does Sports, and it's the Brilliantly Dumb Show. It's a podcast that's been going for a while. Jersey Jerry was on it for a little bit, and then it kind of they started doing golf content, which they turned into Bob Does Sports. So there's the podcast, which is the Brilliantly Dumb Show, which is Bob, Bobby Fairways, Joey Colcutt, and Bear Down. He's actually in Chicago. He's a big Bears fan. I followed him on Instagram, whatever. He's Matt. I'll send you him on Instagram. It's all Bears, and it's great content. But it's funny. You can even go back and listen to the episodes and watch the content, and it's not like it's really time adjacent or anything. But the Bob Does Sports. It's just like us golfing. Like there was one time they did in 9 holes. They had to drink 18 fireball shots, and then you had to go like under. You do a scramble, so you have to go under par or whatever through the 9 holes, or they did 18 beers through 9 holes, and they had to go under par with a scramble. Like that's just stuff we would like to do.
Yeah,
So
that
it's
sounds
awesome.
right up our alley. Right up our alley.
It's fun.
Love it. I've got a Netflix show. It's called Murderville. I'm sure people have seen some of the clips. Marshawn Lynch was on it. He was on episode 2. The first one's Conan O'Brien. Just a kind of comedy show. They don't tell the guest they don't give them a script. So it's just kind of, wacky and out there. I've been watching it the last couple days. It's pretty quick hitters. It's like 30 to 35 minute episodes. A lot of big names in it. Can't beat it. I enjoy it. Will Arnett's the main character, and I think he's hilarious. So Murderville on Netflix is my recommendation this week if you need something funny to watch and don't want to spend a ton of time on it this weekend. Maddie, what do you got for us?
Well, as I promised last week, I did start Ozark. I finished season 3 of Ozark. That was just wild.
That's awesome.
So now I just got to get caught up with the newest half season that's out right now. Another one though, The Tinder Swindler. It was a great documentary, super entertaining on Netflix. About an hour and a half, hour 45 minutes, easy watch. Wild story about these women. Kind of got swindled by this dude that they met on Tinder. Got tons and tons of money stolen from them all, except the one at the end who was just a bad bitch.
$200,000, she said, got taken from her.
I think so. The one at the end, though, she got him at the end with the one who I shouldn't give it away. Never mind. Not going to give it away, but I'll just say the woman at the end, the last girl who got swindled. She's the GOAT. She's awesome. She really got him in the end.
I appreciate you not spoiling it because it's on my Netflix list. I need to watch that this weekend.
I will not spoil it. My bad. I almost did.
I appreciate it. Send us your guys' recommendations this week and let us know what you've been watching. But let's wrap things up. As always, we got a TCF top 3, and it's the perfect time of year. Kick back and watch college basketball games. We got mixed drinks. So you go to a bar, you're not ordering beers or a canned seltzer. We're going mixed drinks. Does anybody want to lead off this week?
I will go first. And I am gonna go with one of my favorites. It's a vodka lemonade. You
Good
can
choice.
Always drink a nice little vodka lemonade. Say you're a little hungover, it still tastes good. You don't really, if you put a lot of lemonade in there or you put a lot of vodka in there, whatever you want to do. But a vodka lemonade is my first pick.
All right, Maddie, do you want the 2-pick or do you want the wraparound?
I'll go 2. I'm going to stay in the same family of vodka that's also got lemonade, but I'm going to go with the John Daly. It's the spiked Arnold Palmer, as a lot of people will call it. Tea, lemonade, a lot of vodka. Perfect in the summer, not bad in the winter either. Actually have one right here. Not as picturesque as the one that Zach just threw up there, but yeah, very tasty.
Good choice. Yeah, it's kind of one of those, like you said, it doesn't really matter, but it does hit a little bit different. Especially in the summer, maybe after, like you said, 9 or 18 holes or at the turn, whatever. I like that pick a lot. My first round pick, I'm going to go with what's become my favorite. I am going to go with an old fashioned. Shout out to my brother-in-law. Makes an incredible old fashioned. Not too overpowering on the liquor. You get a little bit of a little bit of fruit in there, some sugar. You can't go wrong. I'll definitely take that with my first pick. I'm going to have to shout out my wife. I'm going with this one. I'm going to go whiskey sour. I don't know what it is. She loves them, so I've been drinking those a little bit when she orders them. And they're it's whiskey and sour mix. What could you not like about it? So that will be my second round pick.
That does look delicious.
It is. I mean, Zach, if we go out this weekend, I'll get you one. All right.
Thank you. Is it back to Maddie?
Maddie's pick.
I'm gonna go with the mule. I know it's another vodka base. Moscow Mule is a good way to go though. Ginger beer, vodka, lime, copper mug has to be in the copper mug. Keeps it extra cold. Can't drink a ton of them because it is a little sweet with ginger beer, but there we go. That's such a beautiful cocktail. My lord, just on the optics alone, that just like screams taste. So, yeah, going with the mule.
Great pick.
I love that.
That's also a great serving. Being presented in the copper mug.
Yeah, it's easy. It's a picturesque drink, but it's also very easy to make, and it's very good too.
I'm gonna go with the rum and coke, boys. Easy drink to
make. Simple staple.
Rum and coke. It's delicious. Like I said, easy to make. All you need is rum and some coke, some Coca-Cola. Gotta love it. And then I have
Zach, how do you feel about rum and diets?
Diet Coke?
Yeah.
Whatever. I don't care.
All right.
Yeah, to each his own. Some people I prefer my cocktails not very sweet. I know I picked a tea and a lemonade mix and then a Moscow Mule, but I really do prefer the lighter on the sugar when it comes to cocktails.
I'm gonna go with a Mai Tai. Got a Mai Tai. Shout out my guy, Mai Tai guy.
I was gonna say shout out Mai Tai guy.
I just had one
retweet out of this.
A few weekends ago. I had one. They're delicious. Love them.
There you go.
Very yummy.
Matt,
but they will get you very drunk.
Yeah, be careful on those.
Yeah, be careful.
I'm gonna kind of go in the same family. I'm gonna go a drink that just makes me think of my honeymoon and being on the beach was a pina colada. We just drank them in the morning. We drank them in the afternoon. We drank them at night. We mixed them in with other things. We drank beer. We drank other cocktails, but there was always a double-fisted portion with a pina colada just to mix it up. Those things are always tasty, and when it's hot out on the beach, it's perfect.
Great choice.
Delicious. Wait, I got it right here.
Good song too for Buffett.
That is true. One of his better ones.
I got this is gonna look delicious right here, man.
Oh wow, that's a good look. That's a good look.
That just looks. That's just. It kind of looks like a slushy, but then it'll get you drunk.
Actually, I don't think that's Jimmy Buffett either. By the way, I can't remember who sings that. I don't think it's Jimmy Buffett. I can't remember the guy's name. But it's not Jimmy Buffett. No, I think Jimmy Buffett was. Holmes. Yeah, I was gonna say because Jimmy Buffett was always on the name of it on Napster when you download the hidden version to get the song. Yeah, so it always say it was the wrong performer.
Shout out Napster, man! I haven't heard that name in forever.
Those were the GOAT days right there.
For my final pick, I am going with an all-time classic. Shout out Blue Mountain State. I'm going with the Mojito, and now they even do some can variations, but it's got mint and lime, and it's just delicious. You cannot go wrong. Also, another one, though, like Matt said, you got to be a little careful. Very, very sweet. It's a great summer drink. You probably shouldn't have, more than a couple there, but I love a good Mojito. And I've got a couple honorable mentions I want to throw out there. Let me know what you guys have. Shout out to P-Goy. I know he's not usually on the show with us, but Miami Vices, Matt, kind of along your same lines, a mix between a pina colada and a strawberry daiquiri. That's a Vegas drink to me. That's the only place I've had super good ones, but I also don't order them, really anywhere because it can be a pain in the ass to make. But Miami Vices, margarita, depending the time and the place, I don't mind a margarita.
We got a good margarita right here. This looks good.
Oh, that just looks like a great, you sit down for Taco Tuesday at your favorite local Mexican restaurant. Just keep it simple there.
You're saying that
espresso martinis are good.
Oh yeah.
Shout out KFC 3-bean.
That's true. I'm not a coffee guy, but I've a lot of people, those are getting more and more popular. I've got a list of the top 50 mixed drinks, and that was in the top 15. Long Island iced tea, again, can only have a couple.
Let's just say any cocktail you have, any mixed drink or cocktail you have, you probably shouldn't have more than a few.
Valid point.
Technically.
And I always forget, where does the members of this podcast sit on Bloody Marys? Because if you never,
I'm not a fan.
No,
hard pass.
All right. We are
Very,
anti-blood.
Very hard
Bloody
pass
Marys.
on that. I don't. And then they put all this stuff on it. And it's like, I don't know.
It tastes like ketchup. No thanks. Get out of here. What else did I miss, guys?
Well, I guess it's just orange juice and vodka.
Little screwdriver. You can't go wrong.
Well, yeah. When people are drinking Bloody Marys in the morning, I'm usually drinking a screwdriver.
Where do you guys stand on mimosas?
Very good.
Love mimosas.
Also,
good way to go.
Very dangerous.
Yeah. Champagne will creep up on you. Maddie, did we forget anything on the mixed drinks honorable mentions?
I don't think so. I don't think I have anything else off the top of my head that really, sticks out to me. That's something I need to bring to the table.
All right. Well, that was episode 128. Thank you for joining us. Shout out to our sponsor, Connect Roasters Coffee. Head to connectroasters.com or check them out on Twitter at Connect Roasters. You can follow us on Twitter as well at typical_Chicago. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram. Give those pages a like. Head over to YouTube, subscribe there for all of our content in video form. See our awesome new layout and all the great work Zach's been putting in on StreamYard as we put all of our content in video form on the YouTube page. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Spreaker, Google Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts, we are there. Make sure you check us out wherever you get your shows from. You can follow me on Twitter at BoomyTCF, Zach at ZAlilia TCF, and Maddie at schools_01. But thank you for joining us. That was episode 128 of Typical Chicago Fans. We love you all.
Peace.